We are here, first and foremost, for the liberation of all people. It was our lived experiences that led us to decide, as a movement, after the murder of George Floyd, that defunding the police was the right first step toward repairing harm and building toward the liberation of Black people. Make no mistake, though, we are abolitionists. We want the eventual abolition of the police and prisons, and our voices, our perspectives, and our offerings all serve to further that cause and see abolition realized. We demand such radical change because we are in radical times, and the currents of history, of Black people's history, of Indigenous people's history, have all led us to this moment.
We the people need to unite, we need to do this, and we need to fight for a better world. And we have to continue this fight, and we cannot ever let them silence us. Free housing, rent relief, it's a pandemic. There's no reason for the eviction moratorium to end while Black and brown people are suffering the most and still recovering from last year. Defunding the police, there's $11 billion that is going towards the NYPD when that can be reallocated towards our community. Schools are running out of sources, shelters are running out of sources, homeless people are being displaced, Black people are being displaced, and yet the police department, this terrorist organization, is still being funded.
What I saw on Monday was very disappointing. I don't want to blow it out of proportion, but it should be noted that the officer who attacked Dez should not have been working. He was pulled over for drunk driving in Brooklyn less than a week before this event. And in the article that talked about it, they said an NYPD spokesperson confirmed that this officer was suspended without pay. But less than 6 days later, he was tackling a fellow comrade onto the floor. Shame! And he thinks we forgot. But we know his name and we know which region he's at. And this is sad because this neighborhood, at one point, was a safe haven for Black people.
It's not just laying somebody off of their job. We want these police officers completely fired. We want all of these police officers completely fired. They should not be able to be outside with a gun, batons, or pepper spray. They should not be allowed to abuse us in front of hundreds of people and get away with it.
Justice for Mikey Rosado, justice for them all. I send support and love to his family, always, we all do. And yeah, even if that officer is convicted, Mikey Rosado still didn't get justice because he should still be alive today. Mikey Rosado was a Black man in the Bronx who was killed by a officer who was off duty. The officer looked like just a regular civilian. So once his father saw him shooting, saw his son literally die, he would do anything, he did anything to protect his son. And Mikey Rosado was killed, like you said, with his hands up. He still should have been alive today. He still should have been here today. He still should have been here with his family today, and nobody's talking about it. His father right now is in jail for protecting his son, for protecting his family, and no one's talking about it.
Stand in solidarity with everything my comrade just said right here. I want to start off with first talking about abolishing the police and what that truly means. Because people hear abolishing the police and they get scared. Oh, no cops, who's going to keep us safe? Take a look in the mirror and you'll see who's going to keep you safe, all right? A lot of us activists and revolutionaries are being super surveilled. We can't post things on Instagram. We got to consistently be watching out of our windows to make sure the police are on our side trying to come in and get us. Like I myself, but before I was released, the judge told me my recent last Instagram post and tried to use it against me.
I knew this was a way to, to bring people or catch people's attention again. It's sad, that we had to do it like this. It's sad that, I think that's the best way to do it besides waiting on somebody, to get killed before people have to come outside. All these people, standing out here watching to see people up and down the stairs.
go up and down these steps with fancy dresses that we'll never be able to afford. And you know, Monday it was just, you know, they let a marching band, they shut down the street, let a marching band come up and down the street, you know, and we were peacefully protesting. We were in the middle of the street, you know what I mean? We were just letting the message out. We were even dressed nice, you know what I mean? Just let the message out. And it was catching people's attention and everything, and that's what they tried to do, is try to shut down. I mean, we wanted to catch the celebrities' attention to really see like what happened, because nothing, like, you know, that's what we out here for. Nothing's changed since George Floyd died, and since George Floyd died, there's been a slew of other unarmed deaths.